Today, I will show you how to create a real website using only HTML, completely for free. Open your browser and go to github.com. Create a free account and log in. GitHub allows us to host websites with HTTPS without paying for hosting.
Make sure your username is not already used.
After logging in, click New Repository. Name the repository, for example, Speed Dating Slovensko, because I am going to show an example with a website for speed dating. It does not have to be in the United States, so let's use an example of a country named Slovakia. Set it to public and create the repository. This repository will store all our website files.
Add a README file is not mandatory.
Your website will work perfectly without a readme.md file. Inside the repository, create a new file called index.html. This file is the main and first page of the website. Add a basic HTML structure and save the file. You can obtain HTML code, for example, from AI.
Click Commit Changes to save them.
Now go to Settings above, then Pages. Enable GitHub Pages from the main branch. Leave the root folder and click Save. HTTPS is enabled automatically.
This address you are using, github.com/username/repository name, is the repository URL, visible only in GitHub. It shows files, commits, etc. This is not the website itself.
Next, we create more pages. For example, index.html in the English folder, which represents the introduction page in English.
The English folder, EN, is there because our website can be, for example, in 2 languages. Later, I can add, for example, a folder SK for files translated into the Slovak language.
Now, let's create the about.html file, which represents the page named About Us.
I pasted a prepared HTML code here.
Let's create also the dates.html file, which represents the page named Meeting Dates. Each page is essentially a simple HTML file. We connect the pages using normal HTML links.
Finally, let's also create the contact.html file, which represents the page named Contact.
For the images, it is good to create a special folder for them.
This image folder will be placed above the EN and optionally the SK folders in the folder structure, because the images will be shared by both languages. I added their .gitkeep file only because a new folder cannot be empty.
Now I can drag my own image file, profileimage4.png, from my computer into the created image directory.
Once my image is saved in the depository, I can insert it, for example, into the About Us page. I just need to use the correct relative path to the image in my HTML code, and it will appear on the page exactly where I want it.
And this is how the created web page looks.
One useful note at the end. Using relative addresses in the HTML code is very useful because even if we later change the domain or repository name, the links to our images and pages will still work correctly without any changes. 1 hour later. I have used some CSS styles and improved the content. Let's conclude this video. I have created a real website with free hosting, free HTTPS, and 0 cost. Later, I can add a custom domain or improve the design more. If you liked this video, please like, comment, and subscribe.